entitled my speech, a register of conviction, not of convenience. A register of conviction, not of convenience. Membership integrity as the foundation of a party built to last. And I'm happy that the chairman of our party has addressed us. I'm equally pleased that the chairman of the MMRR committee equally has spoken. Distinguished leaders, members of the National Executive Committee, and chairmen and secretaries of the MMR from the states, I equally recognize and salute all our leaders from all over the country that are here. I greet you. We have spoken before about building what must outlive us. That has been said several times. Today, I want to speak about the very foundation of that building. And what is the foundation? The people who make up this party. Because if the foundation is false, what we raise upon it will not stand. Let me begin with a truth that might be uncomfortable, but at this instance very necessary. Across our political landscape, parties have become addicted to the illusion of size and huge volume of members. They inflate membership rolls with phantom names, duplicate entries, and invented identities, all to project a strength they do not possess. The registers are facts, but the structures are hollow. We must not follow that path. That is not the path we are here to inaugurate. We must therefore resist with every vital of our conviction the temptation to bloat our figures with imaginary people. It does not help us. It does not strengthen us at all. This exercise, all we have is a token register propped up by a weak structure, impressive on paper, powerless in practice. And I want to regale us with a truth that occurred in a state in the eastern part of Nigeria in the 2023 general election. There was a party who had more officers of the party from the ward to the state level, more than the votes the party got from the electorate in one of the elections, in one of the eastern states. Go and check it to find it. For that reason, we must not in any way be enamored by any interest to inflate or bloat our register. It does not help us. A party of ghosts cannot win any election. A party of ghosts cannot govern. A party of ghosts cannot hold its leaders to account. And a party of ghosts will inevitably be haunted by its own dishonesty. What we need and what we must build with urgency and discipline is a membership register of integrity. Every name must belong to a real person. That was what the chairman told us in his opening remark. Every name on our register must belong to a real person. Every person must be documented, verified and accounted for. This is not bureaucracy. This is the architecture of a trust and what our party means and represents. Every one of us, from national leadership down to the polling unit level, must work together to ensure that only real people are registered and properly documented. This is a collective responsibility. No leader should look the other way when registrations are padded. No officer should accept figures that cannot withstand scrutiny. We must be our own auditors before the public audits us shamefully. The integrity of our register is the integrity of our party. I want to repeat that. The integrity of our register is the integrity of our party. If you cannot be honest about who we are, we have no moral authority to demand honesty from those who govern. But integrity of registration is only the beginning. It's not all, just the beginning. What matters more is the quality of membership that follows. We do not want members who exist only as names in our database. We want conscious members, men and women, who understand that this party stands, who understand what this party stands for, and who are willing to work for it. We want members who understand what we are, what we stand for, and who are willing to walk the streets to ensure that we are victorious. A conscious member is one who attends board meetings regularly. A conscious member pays their dues, not because they are compelled, but because they are interested and committed. A conscious member studies the party manifesto, understands its policy, explains our vision to their neighbors, and defends our principle in the public square. A conscious member does not work for the party only during elections. They work for the party every day, in every polling unit, in every ward, in every local government, and in every state. They follow party lines, uphold party discipline, and serve wherever the party takes them or asks them to serve. This is the membership we must cultivate: loyal, informed, and active membership. The African Democratic Congress does not seek merely to participate in the Nigerian democracy. We seek to redefine Nigerian democracy. We aspire to be the model of democratic sophistication in our operations, in our internal governance, and in the ownership of every member feels over this institution. Democratic sophistication means that our process are transparent, that our decisions are arrived at through consultation, and that every member, regardless of their position, has a voice that is heard and respected. It means that our party constitution is not just a document with reference only when convenient, but the supreme law that governs all our affairs. It means we do not merely talk about democracy, we practice it. From how we select our candidates, to how we manage our finances, from how we resolve disputes, to how we engage with the electorate. Every action must reflect democratic standards we promise the nation. Let me say this very, very plainly. We are not only going to seek elections, we are going to govern ourselves effectively. First, We hold ourselves to the same standard of accountability we demand from those in power. If we cannot govern our own party with integrity, what right do we have to ask Nigerians to trust us with their government? So we govern our party well. This means every naira collected, we shall account for it. Every decision we take must be explained. Every leader among us must submit to the authority of the party structure. No one is above the system. No one is exempt from scrutiny. We have said before that the greatest threat to our mission is the island mentality, the belief that any one individual is higher than the institution. Today, I say again that that threat has not disappeared. It lives wherever ego displaces process. Wherever personal ambition overrides collective purpose, we must guard against this with the full force in our command. So let us be clear about the work before us. We must build a membership registration system that is credible. We have been promised, I'm just repeating it, we must build a membership system that is credible, verifiable, and incorruptible. So those of you who have been inaugurated today must bear this in mind. We want to build a system of membership registration that is credible, that is transparent, and reliable, and verifiable. We must train our ward officers to conduct registration with rigor and integrity. We must create mechanisms of accountability at every level so that no one can corrupt the process without consequence. We must invest in political education so that every member who joins us understands not just the party's name, but his vision, his manifesto, and his expectations. We must build a culture where paying dues, attending meetings, and participating in every party activity is the norm and not an exception. And we must fund these efforts. Building a credible institution costs money, time, and sacrifice. We have spoken about this before, and it bears repeating. If we do not have a system and the leaders committed to funding it, we stand very little chance against the challenges ahead. Distinguished leaders, what we build today will be the judge not by the size of our register, but by the strength of our institution. A party of 10,000 conscious, committed members will outperform a party of 10 million phantom membership. Quality and not quantity, substance and not spectacle, conviction and not convenience must be our drive. Must be our watchwords. The African Congress, the African Democratic Congress, must be a party where every member matters, where every voice counts, and where every name on our register represents a real person, a real active and committed person, with a real stake in the Nigerian future. We must not build a party just merely for the next election. We are building a party for the next generation. And that building must be constructed on the foundation of trust and truth. A truth about who we are, a truth about what we stand for, a truth about the people who stand with us, and a trust in ourselves and our institution. Let us begin the work. I call on all of us to begin the work in earnest, with clean hands, clear eyes. Let us build a register worthy of the party we are building, and a party worthy of the nation we serve. I thank you all for your attention.
Thank you.